My name is Alicia Strasser, and I did my internship at Royal Journeys DDA. I found and arranged the internship through a friend who was already working there. So I called the center and I asked them if they were looking for interns. And they had me bring in my resume and they just asked me a few questions, and then they assigned me to work at the Rigby Kids Center. My responsibilities during my internship were to work one-on-one with several different children, to help them interact in a more typical way with their peers and just in society. I had to know what the diagnosis and the goals for each child that I worked with. So each child had a file, kind of, I think, similar to an IEP, where they had specific goals that were outlined and steps to reach those goals. And those goals would include different things like personal hygiene, giving others personal space, just depending on their needs. I also provided respite care, which is just an opportunity for them to kind of relax and have fun. And then everything that Journeys does is billed through Medicaid, so there was quite a bit of paperwork. I think I was able to benefit the site I worked at by just providing positive support for the children in achieving their goals, making sure that I recognized the areas that they had made progress in and complimenting them sincerely in the things that they have been able to accomplish. Just providing individualized one-on-one attention to a specific child and modeling positive conflict resolution, because a lot of them had issues expressing themselves or I guess just resolving their problems in a positive way. So just being able to keep calm and help them work through those things. And then helped with various office tasks just to help the staff occasionally. And then always just being positive toward other staff members and the children, not creating any negative feelings or gossiping or talking badly about anybody. Basically not doing anything among the staff members that would take away from our focus on the children and their needs. Personally, I really appreciate the opportunity to practice my skills in positive behavior guidance, because that was something that I struggled with a little bit, being able to help children work through those things. And also being able to practice using my knowledge of development to understand where each individual child was and where we could take them from there using obviously their specific goals. And then just an understanding and love for the individuals who have special needs in their families and the things that they go through, and understanding of the different developmental disabilities. And I think those two things will be really helpful as I continue to work in the community and in the church with families and with children. And then getting to spend time with the kids and learning from my supervisors and coworkers was really beneficial to me. The three connections that I felt like were the most important that I took away from my experience was that just because a child is not developing the way that a typical child does, their value is not decreased. Sometimes as they would be interacting with their peers would say somewhat negative comments, whether intentional or unintentional, and it always was just kind of sad to see that they realized that they were different and they weren't always comfortable with that. And so just helping them it's just important to help all children, no matter what their struggle is, to understand their value. And then also being able to see the tremendous impact, for good or bad, that the family system has on the development of the child. Some of the children were in there because of negative experiences in their family that were so severe that caused them to have these developmental delays. And then the last one was that every child needs to have someone who loves them unconditionally. There were a lot of children that loved to come just because they had maybe one or two staff members that they knew just absolutely loved them and loved to work with them, and that just made their day and made them feel special. So I would definitely recommend working at Journeys. Here's the contact information for the clinical supervisor, Dale James, and they would love to hear from you. They love having interns. Thank you.